Hey, this is Dave with TechDrawl's. We're outside ATDC headquarters here on 5th Street. I'm hanging out with Stammy here on his legitimately last day in town.
Yes.
So this is kind of your exit interview. So first thing I need from you is probably like your pass card and your computer passwords and all that stuff before you blow out of town. So Stammy, tell us, do you have a gig lined up in San Francisco, or are you just kind of flying blind?
You know what? I really don't. I went out there last week to find an apartment, interview with some people, but mainly I'm just moving out there right now. I'll get settled in later this summer, and then I'll start looking more intensely for full-time jobs. But right now, anything, really.
We're standing here today, and you want somebody in San Fran to be looking at this going, God, I gotta hire that kid. What's the perfect shot?
My perfect gig would be a small funded startup, less than 10 people. I really like working, like playing all these different hats and not just being like a code monkey for jQuery. I like, doing biz dev, product management, community management, essentially doing like playing every role. So I just don't like being tied down to one thing. So I think just a small startup would be ideal for me.
Obviously when you were here in town, it was Scribbit, and you had a couple other side projects going. What kind of state do those lay in as you head off west?
So I've been here 6 years, went to Tech, graduated December '08, and then somewhere near the end of college, I started working on Scribbit, which was awesome because it came out of Startup Week in Atlanta. It was the first real tech event I went to in Atlanta. I met all these cool folks, and then 3 years later, I still hang out with all these cool folks at Startup Drinks and all these other events. And been working on Scribbit since then. And Scribbit is still alive. It was still now it's more of a part-time role. We're still going with it. I need to start paying bills a little bit.
Yeah. On the topic of what might have ever kept Stammy in town, was there like a perfect gig somewhere that like could have kept you here?
Unfortunately, I think it's just that for me, the big draw for San Francisco isn't the cool companies. I mean, that's part of it, but it's just that I have a lot of friends out there, a lot of connections that I want to start networking with. In Georgia Tech, all my friends graduated and they left, so I don't really have that many friends in town.
All right, that's it with Paul, and we wish him good luck as he rolls off to San Francisco.
Thanks,
Paul.
Hi, this is Valerie with TechDrawl's, and we're about to head over to Strongbox West to check out Atlanta Startup Drinks. Tonight's event is extra special as it's a going-away party for Stammy.
And we're at Strongbox West, which is one of the best co-working facilities in Atlanta.
Are you enjoying your farewell party?
I'm definitely enjoying it. This is it's only like what, 5:30, and this turned out great already.
Stammy is a star in Atlanta, and he has been one of my absolute favorite young men, Georgia Tech grads in the startup community. He represents everything great about a startup culture, and I'm so sad he's leaving. I am.
Well, I think Atlanta as a whole is going to miss him. He's a big part of our community. Don't forget Atlanta. Don't forget where you came from. And good luck.
Gonna miss you so much. I was putting together Startup Weekend, and he submitted this idea for Scribbit. And I saw the idea, and I was like going, wow, that's kind of interesting. We should do that. And we ended up building that product over that weekend, or at least the first iteration of it. Well, I think it's great that he's going, actually. I hate to see him go. He's gone because he wants to be around his friends, and I think he'll do great things out there.
He's been a great asset to the Atlanta community. We're sorry to see him go, but we wish him all the best out on the West Coast. No question, there's a lot of opportunity out there. There's terrific people out there he could learn a lot from. I hope he will come back to Atlanta and bring those skills and that experience and those connections back with him, because there's a very vibrant startup community and technology community here in Atlanta, and we need people like Paul.
So definitely, I think we'll miss his presence around, but we're expecting that he comes back hopefully somewhat regularly, maybe on his way to and from Texas to see his parents. He can kind of swing through Atlanta.
I moved from San Francisco 3 years ago. I am the reverse Stammy, yes. He's one of the best and the brightest, so I hope he doesn't forget where he got his start. And I hope he makes us proud out in the Valley and in San Francisco.
And do you have any advice or parting words as he takes off?
Well, I think he's done a great job up to this point, and he's just going into a bigger pond now. So I expect great things from him.
It's the perfect place for him to be. So, it's a smart, it makes sense for him. As much as we're all going to miss him, he's going to excel even that much more over there. And he already has a great setup over there. He knows so many people already over there. He knows everybody here, he knows everybody there. Wherever he goes, he just knows people. So just keep doing what he's doing, and he'll be fine. I mean, there's really no way he can fail because he's done so much so well.
Yeah, I have to ask you, what car are you taking to California?
I packed all of my possessions into a tiny little Mini Cooper, so it'll be a fun drive.
And are you making the trip solo?
My friend Crystal volunteered. She flew out here from San Francisco.
I'm Crystal Baldwin from San Francisco.
And what brings you out to the event tonight?
I actually flew out from San Francisco to drive back with Paul back to California.
Do what you love. You know, just do what you love, and that's what he's doing, so that's why I think a lot of people support it.